Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Land Rover St. Petersburg, bringing you this brand new 2020 Land Rover Discovery Sport R Dynamic HSE. MSRP on this model starts at $52,800. Today's model is at $60,119. Some of the updates in which they've done on this vehicle is now you have two powertrain. Updated powertrain we actually have with the mild hybrid technology. It's a 45-watt electric motor in the vehicle with a 2.0 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder pumping out 286 horsepower with 295 pound-feet of torque. That's the model we have today. The standard would be a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with 246 horsepower. This vehicle does have the terrain response 2 with selectable driving modes and off-roading modes. 20-inch 5-spoke gloss black upgraded wheels in it, 9-speed automatic transmission. You can also go into the water up to 23.6 inches with the ground clearance at 8.3 inches. We're going to go over all the details and specs starting now. With this Edgar Gray, I think it looks really nice. Black exterior pack on this vehicle, so it just sets it apart, giving you that nice contemporary look that Land Rover is known for as well. Difference from the 19 to the 20 by your headlights and from the aesthetics here. LED headlights and daylight running. The width on this vehicle is going to be around 75 inches with a height of 68 inches. So the vehicle isn't necessarily too wide or too tall, so it's very easy and functional for an everyday vehicle. And as you're seeing on the side profile of this Discovery, not much has changed. The lines are still the same structure. Discovery badging here, so you get a little aesthetic look to kind of make it pop. Your length on the vehicle is at 181 inches with a wheelbase at 107.9 inches. 0 to 60 in the base model would be around 7.5 seconds. Quarter mile will be roughly 15.8 seconds with a 86 mile per hour speed. Your MPGs on this particular vehicle will be between 19 and 24 with a combined of 21 as we take it to the rear. Towing capacity in this is around 1,653 pounds. Cargo space, you're getting 28 cubic feet, maxing out at 56 cubic feet inside the vehicle. The refreshments in which they have done to the 2020 model. So now your light aesthetics are changed a little bit, LED reverse lights as well. I also like how this cleaned up because when you go into the 7-seater, it looks a little different as if there would be a handle to open this way. And your key fob for your Land Rover Discovery Sport. Nice little boxy look, has a good weight to it. All things that make a Land Rover what it is. Turning on that headlight so you can see how it looks. Has your automatic high beams, blind spot assist, lane keep assist in this model. Let me know in the comments what you think as we go into the interior. Inside this Land Rover Discovery Sport, it was a light refresh, but I think what they did was really nice. Predominantly here in the center, your steering wheel and on the door panel. Starting on the door panel with your Meridian sound system, this is kind of your mid-range level, so you're getting your 10 speakers, 380 watts. They do max that out with the Meridian sound system at 15 speakers, 825 watts. Your base model will be a 6-speaker, 180 watt. We'll have the memory seats for the front, 14-way power adjustable with lumbar support. This has heated front seats. You can opt for ventilated seats. This particular model doesn't have it. The head space is at 39.5 inches. Your leg space at 39.1 inches. You got some storage capacity here, a 12-volt charger. You have a cover over your 2 cup holders. Coming inside here, 2 USBs and auxiliary. You can even lift this up here and you have even more storage space inside. They have now changed the gear knob in this Land Rover model. Multi-functionality on the buttons, so when you push this, this will be for your heated or ventilated seats, or it'll be for your air conditioning. Cleaning it up, making it modern, Very nice. If you click this button here, now you'll have your terrain response, which you can do different driving modes. Same functionality on the steering wheel. When you click the menu button, it'll change it to an OK, and you could either scroll up or down and change the whole configuration of your driver cluster. For the back seat of this Discovery Sport, you're at 38.7 inches of headspace, 38.1 inches of leg space. You're going to kind of sort of get a tri-climate control, so you can set it for cool or hot for your ventilation here in the back. You also get some charging ports, which is also nice. A little storage shelf. You're going to get 2 cup holders here. Open this up and you got a little compartment that you could kind of put a cell phone or whatnot. A cool thing also is you can actually open this up, so it really makes it more optimal storage space if you need to put something through here, or if you want a more firm armrest. You can lift this back up. In the door panel, same functionality as the front with the Meridian sound system. Plenty of storage space for at least 3 or 4 drinks. Sliding here into the center, you're going to lose maybe 2 inches of headspace. However, my head still will not hit the headliner, nor will my legs hit the back of the front seats. Taking this Land Rover Discovery Sport out on our test run, we already have it set on automatic for the terrain response, which I think that's kind of the best way to do it. This particular vehicle, you can kind of do a little bit lighter off-roading. We're going to do a little bit of testing with the 0 to 60. We're also going to do the DB testing to actually test how loud it is inside the cabin. As I have been driving the vehicle, I will say before testing it, it is super quiet. Now, I do hear wind noise through the side view mirrors. I think the little piece that holds the mirror on, just the way that they have structured, just makes a little bit of a whistling noise. Otherwise, very quiet cabin. The steering wheel, I kind of like that it has this metal inlays inside. I do like the feel and texture through the vehicle because it does feel pretty meaty. Doing a U-turn, you get about 2.5 lanes. We're gonna set the stopwatch now to see that 0 to 60. Gonna stop here in the middle of the road. And here we go. So flooring it wise, it takes a few seconds to get into the speed, but once it goes, it goes. And it gets a little bit loud. I would say it gets right around 7.5 to 8 seconds. You do have the paddle shifters on the steering wheel, and they are quite big, so it does feel very sporty. So I do like that. I would say this is more of a luxury and a little bit of light off-roading because you do have the terrain response, so you can kind of take it off-roading if you need be. The blind spot capabilities, you do have the sensors. You don't really have any blind spots in the vehicle because it's not really that long. I do like the camera that's on that shark fin in the rear because it's not so up close and personal how other automotive industries do it, because some of them put it actually on the window and it's just too close. You can actually see the inside of other people's vehicle. Comfort in the vehicle is very comfortable. I feel very luxurious. The seats actually hold you really nice. Sound wise in the vehicle is really quiet. I don't hear anything. I do hear some whistle noise kind of through these side view mirrors. A couple of things that I dislike is if you're not necessarily familiar with Land Rover, you're going to have a little bit of confusion on the actual layouts of the buttons. So you will actually have to sit for maybe a few minutes and kind of play with them with the car on to actually figure them out and understand how to put your cruise control, or even for your air conditioning or for your heated or ventilated seats. However, once you kind of get the hang of it, it's relatively easy. Carrying on with that note, you will have to look often off of the road to actually function the center area. So the updates that they have done cleaning up the button structure is really good. So it does make it a little bit easier because one button is a multi-function button, but on some of the gauges you will have to actually look to push the actual functionality. Let me know what you think in the comments, and now we're going to take this back to the dealership, go over the reverse camera and the infotainment screen. The lines do move, highlighter look. You can also change the screen so you can kind of make it a little bit more closer, but then you wouldn't have the lines. You do have the full sensor functionality all over the vehicle. And going over that infotainment screen, I have it in the vehicle dimensions. This is actually a really nice little feature that they have. You can also go into your terrain response by clicking this button here, and you can change the gauges. So they do have a auto in which the vehicle will do it electronically for you, or you can do different driving modes as comfort, eco, and if you slide over here, you can do a gravel, snow, and it does have a mud or a rut. It does have a little bit of capabilities for off-roading as well. You do have the sand. Sliding over onto this, so you can see it does have the Apple CarPlay, it does have the Android Auto and your Bluetooth connectivity with your web browser, and you also have Wi-Fi capabilities of 4G. Clicking into your navigation here, you do have the pinch gesture, and you do have the swipe gesture. I'd like to thank Tanner here at Land Rover St. Petersburg for giving us this 2020 Land Rover Discovery Sport R Dynamic HSE for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the community. If not, click the subscribe button, check out the merchandise and details and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.